Hey everyone, Mr. Brockmeyer, one of the counselors here at the high school, and let me be the first to welcome you, the class of 2025, to Fort Atkinson High School. You know, one of the first things that you'll be doing to prepare you for your freshman year is to plan and select your freshman courses. Good planning now helps for a successful first year here at the high school. You know, course selection is an important process for both you and for the high school and the staff at the high school. The courses that you select help us decide budgeting for the school and staffing that we need to accommodate those classes. Once you make your course selections, there's kind of a chain reaction that begins here at the high school. Course selection takes place in two parts. First, you'll take a week or two to plan out the courses that you want for your freshman year. Second, you'll actually enter your course selections into PowerSchool so that we can generate your schedule for next school year. You can take from now until February the 5th to plan out your courses on the course selection sheets that were mailed to you. Then, in either Mrs. Baker's class or Mrs. Sykes' class during the week of February 8th, you'll enter your course selections into PowerSchool. It's that simple. All the materials that you'll need for course selection can be found under the Course Selection tab on the high school's main web page. Please refer to this site for all of your course selection needs. Go to the high school's main web page and click on the Course Selection button to find all the resources that you'll need to choose classes for next year. Before you start your journey at the high school, there are a couple things that you need to know. Every class at the high school is worth credit. It takes 24 credits in order for you to graduate from the high school. Year-long classes are worth 1 credit, and semester classes are worth ½ a credit. You must pass these classes in order to receive credit for them. There are also specific core credits that have to be completed in order for you to graduate. You must complete 4 years of English, 3 credits of social studies, 3 credits of science, 3 credits of math, 1½ credits of Phi-Ed, ½ a credit of health, and ½ a credit of career pathways. The core classes that you have to take in your freshman year include 1 credit of English, which is either English 9 or Accelerated English, 1 credit of social studies, either Eastern Cultural Studies or Eastern Cultural Studies Honors, 1 credit of science, which includes Chemistry 1 and Physics 1, 1 credit of math, either Algebra 1 or Geometry, and ½ a credit of physical education. The difference between a regular class and an accelerated or honors class is the depth of study of that class and the amount of homework that's involved in the class. Please refer to the program of studies for more information on these classes. You know, you're going to want to think about your future when you choose your classes. Like, what are your goals after high school? What are your career interests? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Are you thinking about either a 2-year college or maybe a 4-year college after high school? Proper planning now will help you to achieve them. Course selection starts with the program of studies. This document includes all the information that you'll need to help you understand graduation requirements, college preparation requirements, and information on all the classes that are available at the high school. It's one of the resources that you're definitely going to want to lean on when it comes to selecting your classes. This is how you use the program of studies to help you understand the classes at the high school. Every department at the high school is listed in the program of studies alphabetically. I'll use agriculture as an example. On the first page of each department, there's a grid that looks like this. It lists all of the classes that are taught in that department, the number of credits for the class, the grade level that the class can be taken in. So for freshmen, if you wanted to take an agriculture class in your freshman year, it would have to be agricultural leadership. After the department grid, the following pages include descriptions for all the classes that are taught in each department. It tells you what the class is about, when the class can be taken, and the number of credits the class is worth. So if you want to know what agricultural leadership is all about, simply read the course description and that will tell you what you're getting into with that specific class. One thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to select a minimum of 7 credits in your freshman year. You can select as many as 8 credits, but keep in mind that if you do choose 8 credits, that's considered a full load and will not give you any study halls during the year. If you choose 7 credits, you'll have 1 study hall every other day for the year. You need to understand what your involvement is in school activities, your social life, are you working, things like that when determining total credits. Remember, balance is important. The next step is to start planning your classes with a course selection sheet. You'll see that you're required to take 4.5 credits of core classes during next year. 1 credit of English, 1 credit of science, 1 credit of social studies, 1 credit of math, and 1/2 credit of FAHS Ed. Once you've made your decision, simply circle those classes on the sheet. So let's just take me for example. Let's say I'm a freshman coming into the high school. The way that I would fill out this course selection sheet, the required classes would be, I'm not all that good at English, so I would probably just take English 9 as my English class. I know that I have to take Chemistry 1 and Physics 1, so I'll go ahead and circle those. Social studies is a strong point of mine, and I really enjoy social studies. So for me, I might want to challenge myself and take Eastern Cultural Studies honors. I took pre-algebra in 8th grade, and so the next class for me at the high school would be Algebra 1. So I'll simply circle Algebra 1. And I know I have to take FAHS Ed as well, so I'll circle FAHS Ed 9. And that's it. I've circled the 4.5 required courses that I have at the high school. You now have the freedom to select other elective credits to complete your 7 to 8 credits. You know, we have a wide variety of courses from anything that you might be interested in. Simply circle the elective courses that you want to take. Remember, you have between 2.5 and 3.5 electives that you can choose. And then you're done with the planning process. So again, let's just take me for example. Maybe I'm interested in agriculture, so I would circle agricultural leadership, and that would be another full credit of coursework for me. I'm not old enough to take driver's ed, so I would skip driver's ed. I'm not really interested in any more English classes. I definitely like to cook, and so that Intro to Foods class looks interesting to me, so I would take Intro to Foods and also World Kitchens. Now that gives me 2 credits. And I know for sure that I want to take a world language, so I would, let's say, take Spanish 1. So when all is said and done, I have 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, I have 7.5 credits to my name. So please remember, the courses that you select are about what's best for you. It's about taking what you need to reach your personal goals, whether they be getting yourself ready to go to college, a specific career that you're interested in, or personal goals that you have, and exploring other areas of interest. You need to take control and pick the classes that are best for you. If you don't pick your courses and enter them into Power School, then we'll pick them for you. And trust me, you don't want that. Thanks for listening today. We hope that you take the time and effort needed to make a great plan for the courses you'll be taking next year at the high school. Just a reminder that you'll be entering the courses that you select in either Mrs. Baker's class or Mrs. Sykes' class the week of February the 8th. Hey, if you need help or if you have any questions with respect to the course selection process for next year, please feel free to contact your counselor at the high school. For those of you with the last name between the letters A and G, your counselor is Mrs. Utpaw. For those of you whose last names are between the letters H and O, I'll be your counselor at the high school. And for those of you who have the last name P through Z, Mrs. Strom is your counselor at the high school. I've included contact information for all of the counselors there. Or if you have other questions, you can certainly check in with either Mrs. Temperley or Mrs. Trout-Abert at the middle school, and they'll be more than happy to help you. And good luck in your course selections.